In this short video, I will demo how to use job parameter to parameterize DataStage Flow. First, let's create a DataStage Flow. Okay, I'm giving this as a flow name. Second, let's use asset browser to find my favorite asset, which is the file in S3 bucket. So find this file. Let's add to canvas. Next, I will add a filter stage. Then I will add a pick stage to print out the content. I can choose to write to a target database, but for simplicity, I will go with printout for now. So let's review the property. Read from DS demo S3 connection, use DataStage property, read a single file, read from this bucket, read this file. And its first line is header. Let's preview the data. So it says this source file has 23 columns, and for this preview, it reads 1,000 rows. And let's say this particular column, let's sort it. So the value can be Amazon, Best Buy, eBay, and Overstock. So let's perform filtering on this condition to see what happens. The first pass, I'm going to open the filter stage and add a conditional where clause, which is source equal to Amazon. So source equal to Amazon, apply and retain, leave everything else alone. Let's run this data flow and see what happens. In this case, I hard-coded the filtering condition in the filter stage. Okay, let's look at the output. Filter by pick. Let's say, so source is Amazon. Let's randomly pick another one. Source is Amazon. So that means it is performed filtering indeed. So next, what if I don't want to filter by Amazon? I want to filter by eBay. I want to filter by Overstock. And with the current approach, each time we would have to open the filter stage and edit the while clause, which is the trouble. So let's say how to parameterize it. To do that, let's click this button, add parameter. And here we will create a local parameter called source. And it's called cell source. And the default value, let's give it as Overstock, which is one of the possible value, Overstock. So create and add this local parameter to this particular flow. Second, let's modify the while clause to say instead of Amazon, hard-code Amazon, hash source hash. So source equal to caught parameter caught. So let's save. Save. Let's compile and run this flow to see what happens. Okay, so let's just look at one. Look at the peak output and source. Now it is switched to overstock. It only look at the overstock record. Okay. Now if I want to rerun this job with different value, how would I do that? I would go to setting, runtime, and change this to, let's say, eBay, which is another record. Let's say what happened, another type of record. Let's say what happens. I simply change the parameter value and rerun this job. So because the job has already been compiled before, the compilation would not be needed in the second pass. And what it does is simply send a new parameter to this particular job and run. Let's see what happens. Okay, this job just ran successfully. That's very good. So let's also take a look. Now it is searching for eBay. So this demonstrated the overall concept with using parameter. So what you typically do is you define parameter, then you reference this parameter in the flow. And in the stage property, you set parameter with pand, parameter name pand, that define the parameter reference. And that's when the job runs, it will take the parameter value and perform the parameterization of the actual job run. So it's actually pretty easy to work with. Thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.